Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, and followers. Another great week here. This week I want to talk about a couple things, but one of the things I want to talk about is not believing everything you hear out there on in the world, especially on the internet. It's just there's things out there, and it's 2020, and we have to realize that not everything we hear is exact. Everything that is posted, especially when there's an open forum involved in things, that it's not necessarily all true. And we have to understand that, there's not just one side to the story, and what the side is posted on the story or the review or whatever, um, that necessarily means the honest truth. Because we have to look at things from both sides and realize that, you know, there, that that may not only be what that one person sees or that one person knows. Um, not to take to heart, just the one-sided story that we hear or the one story review, you know, that that people give out there, especially on places or venues, online. You think of one negative comment that maybe is, for example, like Google is rated a 2, and you read the story and you think that and you take it to heart, um, and then you realize, maybe they have issues too, and maybe that they need to work on their issues, and maybe they just feel disheartened or sad because they didn't get their opportunity or they didn't get what they needed, and maybe there was other factors involved in that decision making process, that was not that they don't want to share, but yet they'll share the negative effect of how how they felt they were treated, as opposed to you know what the reality of the situation is. um, you know but it's also impressions, and understanding impressions of how that person relates to other people, and how they impress themselves, the reviewer, how they impress themselves on people at businesses and places, but yet they want to leave a review and be nasty about it just so it follows a negative connotation of a place. But in reality, it's just that, you know, I don't know. It's just it puts a bad thought in your head. Like, oh, is this place really? Is it really for me, or is it really a good place to go visit, or is it really a, or is it real, or are they really trying to set me up, sort of thing? And you think that, but in reality, there are two sides to many stories, and even sometimes three, that are a that are more of a crux to the biscuit, if so to speak, and you have to realize what they are, and have to understand it. What is actually online, even on Facebook or Twitter, that people put out there is not 110% accurate or 110% verified. Especially with this coronavirus, too, is another thing to think about. You should, I mean, yes, media is a little skewed, and we have to accept that. Um, it could be more to the left, more to the right, red state, blue state, whatever you want to think about it. But in reality, I usually personally rely on my local and state Department of Health. um, I do watch a local CBS affiliate here, because it's streaming on TV, but um, I feel that information comes straight from the local Department of Health and the state Department of Health and the federal government. So I feel that it's not skewed. Same with the elections. I feel they're not skewed. It's not skewed information. For a long time, with this whole presidency business, and I'm not going to get into politics specifically, but in the projected winner now, the president elect, they didn't. Well, he's not. He confirms it, and the child and the incumbent does not. Um, it's just. you know, they're projecting it still, and that means you have to look at verified information. You have to look out there and find that the information is true, fact, verified, and it is a fact. And just all I can say about that is you have to make sure that what you read out there, and especially that in placed in open form material, such as reviews um, or on social media, where it's more of an open dialogue, an unverified open dialogue, such as groups or something is not 100% verifiable and may not 100% affect you either. So it's just you have to be cautious and not believe everything that is out there. And it's just so it's we as autistics are so gullible to stuff like that, and it makes it difficult to understand what is the actual truth and what is not the actual truth. So it's like that one Simpsons episode I like about the red blazer, and it's like the truth and the truth. So you have to understand what's honest there, and sometimes because our brains are a little askew, it doesn't come into play a lot. Um, but yeah, that's how I feel about that. And I feel that sometimes we have to look at the real situation compared to the whole picture. We have to look at the whole picture and realize it. Well, this may be a one-sided comment. It's not necessarily the right comment. So with that, I will stop with that rant for a day. As always, like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Thank you.